Hey YouTube world. Um, this is so awkward for me, but this is my YouTube channel. I'm trying something new. Um, so welcome to You Need So welcome to You Need Joy. I'm like the awkwardest 30 plus woman ever. But I've always been kind of the awkward black girl. I'm OG awkward black girl, actually. That's why I was so excited when Issa Rae came out with Awkward Black Girl. But I digress. Welcome to my channel. I'm calling this particular channel You Need Joy. There's a couple of reasons, or actually a few reasons, why I'm calling my channel You Need Joy. The first reason is because the idea came about several years ago when I was populating one of my many ideas. I was trying to come up with a name for an events company, and I always like to play off of my name. So my first, middle, and last name start with the initials YN and J. And so I thought that somehow it popped in my mind that You Need Joy would be a cool name for an events company because, when you think of joyous events or happy events, you think about engagements and baby showers, birthday parties, things of that nature. And I always saw myself kind of like putting that type of thing together, and I would have been the joy that you needed to put those events together. Anyway, fast forward several years later, I never really took that idea anywhere. Like so many of my ideas that I populate beautifully in my head but then never go anyplace. But I still liked the name You Need Joy, and it's actually very fitting to the life that I'm leading now as a 30 plus woman. Because my name is Yolanda, and I am personally in a needing joy crisis. And so I've been trying to do this YouTube thing for a long time. At my core, I'm pretty much an introvert. I'm a private person. I, don't necessarily want to be critiqued by the world. But I feel like I need this. I need something to kind of jumpstart me into the next phase of my life, because my current phase, I feel like I've been in forever. Like I just find myself, I've been in the same phase forever, but it's like I've been restarting, trying to find the place where I'm going to be happy and where things are going to be going well enough that I feel like I've succeeded in life. So, so that's just like a little background about me in that regard. So where did I lose my joy? And I'm not gonna say that I'm a completely joyless person. Just like everyone that goes through life, there's peaks and valleys. But I do kind of feel myself in a downward slump, a really, really downward slump than I have been in past years. I've gone through some things. The degree to which people go through things, of course, varies from person to person, but for me, it's been stressful. Basically, just starting out as one large generalization, my life just hasn't gone the way that I envisioned imagine it going. Like, you know, you have so many plans when you graduate from college. You can see yourself, you know, traveling the world and being financially comfortable, having a husband and maybe a couple of kids, a house, and then, you know, all those visions kind of fade away because those things didn't happen. And so that's pretty much where I am in my life. So yeah, let me just kind of give you a rundown of the things that have kind of made my joy go like, number one, and really these things aren't in any particular order, but they kind of have come together to make me a smidge bit miserable. One, I would say weight gain. I am a petite person. I, for a very long time, stayed at 4 feet 11 inches, and then I had a little bit of a growth spurt, I guess, towards the end of high school or as I was entering college. And right now I'm basically 5'1". And so for many years I stayed the same weight. Even when I entered college, I pretty much stayed at the same weight throughout my whole college tenure, meaning undergrad. I didn't really gain the freshman 15. I put on 5 pounds here, mainly when I would come home at like Christmas time or Thanksgiving, you know, during the holidays. I gain a little bit of weight and then I go back to school and I take it off. So that went on for the whole 4 years that I was in undergrad. But then after I graduated from undergrad, I kind of went through a period where I would gain weight, but it was still very easy for me to lose weight. I was still in my early 20s, so you know, I would ebb and flow with my weight. But then I'd say about 2000, I want to say like 2005 is when I put on weight, and it never really came off. It just kept kind of like climbing. There was a period when I was living in Baltimore, Maryland. That's a long story. Where I was able to take off about 15 pounds, but then, you know, I wasn't consistent with my workouts, and that weight came back plus more. About 3 years ago, I moved back to my hometown in Ohio, and I instantly, like within a year of being back here, put on 30 pounds. And so I haven't been able to take it off since then. And you know, weight is at the crux of a lot of my issues. You know, I feel like my weight is holding me back in a lot of ways. It's holding me back from pursuing relationships. It's damaging to my health because last fall I had several fibroids removed from my uterus, which of course is taxing to any children I may want to have. Hello, I'm already advanced age and now I also have fibroids. Crazy. My uterus is still intact, but you know, it's still like, you know, even though weight is not the only factor that caused my fibroids, I'm sure it's a huge factor. So it's just all those things that kind of just come into play with my weight that causes me to be a little bit miserable about that. Number 2, not really being where I want to be in life as far as my career. So when I graduated from undergrad, I didn't really have a defined path. My major started off as economics because I thought I was going to go into some kind of like business field, but then I realized that economics really wasn't my thing, so to speak, and I switched over to English because reading and writing has always been like a passion of mine and what I excelled in school. So I went into English and I finished up with an English degree, but I really had no clue what I was gonna do career wise. That was never 100% clear in my head. I was always like this daydreamer. I thought that I was gonna be a writer for Essence. Why? I don't know. Essence. I also, at the time, there was a magazine, I'm dating myself, called Honey, which I loved, and they had an internship at one point in New York, but it was unpaid, and I was like, hell no, I'm not going to be able to be in New York and have an unpaid internship. So I never pursued that, and I never really, I did what I need to do to get by in school, and I did well, but it was never like just like a honed in focus where I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. So I couldn't really fully expect now in my very matured brain. Now I see that I couldn't have really expected to just become a writer just because that's what I wanted to do. But anyway, like I said, I didn't have a clear path of work or a path or to a career that I wanted to pursue. So I bumbled around for years as an administrative assistant, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was very good in that field, but I knew that ultimately that was not what I wanted to do. So, they always talk about follow your passion, and like, what am I passionate about?